up, everybody? Chris here, back with another video. Today we're talking about supplementation, and we're going to try and dive into the confusing mess that is the supplement industry, workout supplements, how they may benefit you, how they may not benefit you, what is worth spending your money on, what's not worth it. Just generally trying to break down and recommend a few supplements that would be worth your while, worth your hard-earned money, and are actually going to give you the end result that you're looking for. And that end result is surprisingly hard to come by with supplements because supplements are not regulated. And it's kind of crazy to think about, but they're not. The supplement industry has very few, if any, regulations on it. And that means they can make claims about their products. Companies that make certain products can say it does X and Y and Z. They don't have to prove that. And so we can be led down this path through their clever marketing to really buy products and use products on a regular basis that aren't necessarily providing us with anything that we need. I would highly recommend that when you're thinking about supplements, maybe first think about how you can tweak your regular diet, your regular nutrition to kind of make up for some of the things that you're thinking about supplementing. Supplements should be viewed as to supplement your diet. They should not be viewed as a staple in your diet or a large portion of your diet. For instance, protein. A lot of people supplement with protein. I'm going to talk about it in just a second here. You should be able to, if you're trying to build muscle, you should fashion your diet around the idea of I'm trying to build muscle. You should have a higher protein level in your diet. You shouldn't be relying on 5, 6, 7, 8 scoops of protein in a shake every day. The shake is not magical. It's just providing you with extra protein. You can get that protein from good quality sources like chicken and salmon and shrimp and steak, which are much better options and going to provide you with a higher quality nutrition level. So we should view supplements that way. And if we view supplements that way, we may help ourselves not get duped by, that clever marketing that I mentioned and those kind of sketchy practices that these companies can operate by. I know looking back on what I have put in my body over the years, especially when I was younger and just kind of getting into this fitness thing, there are some products I'm just horrified that I took. And I worry that they took years off my life. And I'm kind of horrified at the amount of money that I just threw down the drain for products that I didn't even need because I was getting enough of it from eating high quality foods. So just some, kind of, I think important points to start this whole conversation off with. But let's kind of move on. I have 3 recommendations that I want to give you guys. And understand that you should always, if you're not using a certain supplement and you're thinking about introducing something new, just like anything, you should consult your doctor with something like that. Make sure it fits, it's going to work for you, and you're not going to have any bad reactions to it. The 3 that I'm going to recommend are pretty universally safe if consumed in a logical dose. That's why I feel comfortable recommending them generally to a wide audience, but you should always consult with a doctor. I can't make personalized recommendations for you. I can if you're a client of mine, and we can certainly do that. So if you're interested in coaching on something like this, head over to the coaching page on my website and check that out. But in the meantime, I'll recommend these 3. Number 1 is caffeine, and I think we all know what caffeine is. We all probably have at least a cup of coffee a day. I know I do, and really that is how you could supplement your day or supplement your diet with caffeine. You could have a cup of coffee an hour or a half an hour before you work out. Give yourself caffeine, give yourself that extra energy boost. Generally pretty safe for just about everybody. There are also pre-workout supplements out there which are a little more tough to navigate. I do happen to enjoy taking a pre-workout. I don't do it consistently. I try to space it out so that I'm not constantly putting that type of stimulus on my body. That's also an option as well. Number 2, I would recommend creatine. And I'm looking off of my website here because I'm giving you some information on a blog that I just wrote. It's published on the site right now. So head over to the website and click on the blog, and you'll find this right at the top of the page. Creatine is essentially, I think, if not the most, one of the most studied supplements on the market when it comes to fitness supplements. I take creatine monohydrate. I take 5 grams a day. I, again, find it to be relatively safe, relatively inexpensive, and there's kind of a bang for your buck thing there because with all of those studies that have occurred with how much research has gone into creatine and how it can help you, it's pretty proven that it can help you with muscle strength, muscle power, some recovery, some energy benefits that it gives you when you're going through the law of repeated bouts and having consistent training sessions. So that's one to think about as well. And the third, I mentioned it before, protein. A protein powder, there are so many different protein powders now that fit just about anybody's dietary preferences or guidelines that you can pretty much get whatever you need. The cost is generally not that bad when you're thinking about per scoop, how much you're paying. You're talking about cents per scoop. And you know, depending on your goals or depending on how you like to eat, you might not get as much protein as you need. So protein powder would be my third one. Again, all 3 of those are generally safe, generally effective. Now, I'm going to wrap this up because we're getting a little bit long here, but important for us all to acknowledge the fact that even with taking those supplements that are generally effective, they're going to have a relatively minuscule impact on your overall progress as far as training and nutrition goes. There's research out there that suggests supplementation as a whole can give you about a 5% increase if you're doing everything right. So what you're doing outside of the gym with your nutrition, your recovery, the amount of sleep that you're getting, how hydrated you are, there's all these different factors that come into it. That is going to be way more important, along with the training that you're doing and how it's programmed and how it's structured and if it makes sense and if it's working towards your goals. Those things are going to be much more important and lead you down the path of achieving your goal much more effectively than, say, taking some extra protein is. That's just a supplement to the overall plan. So head over to the website if you want to read more. This is a longer video because there's so much to talk about, and there are a ton of additional details in the blog that I think if you found this interesting, you'll really find the blog interesting as well. So thanks for watching. I'll be back at you guys later this week with another topic. But until then, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys again soon.